Jesus. Chris Galzo here with
Matt Howell.
On this episode of The First Run, right before I die due to a hurricane, we're going to discuss Good Time and Little Evil. No third segment this week, folks, or fourth segment, because we are in hurricane prep mode down here, and we're just going to blow through this because I have an addiction. So let's just kind of run through this, Matt. What do you say? I appreciate the support. Listen to this while I batten down the hatches.
Mercy, I gotta come clean with you about something.
What?
Well, I told you about my brother, yeah? I told you about the program he's forced to attend and how he shouldn't be there.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Do you understand that?
No. Something happened. I don't know exactly what. My brother's been arrested. He's being held at Rikers Island. He could get killed in there.
Sorry, I just have a client that walked in.
We good?
When you get another 10 grand, your brother will get out.
Where are you? How much money can you get right now?
Come on, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me?
What do you think I'm doing this for? I want to get him out tonight.
So, Matt, Robert Pattinson continues to, is it fair to say, rehab his image?
I would say evolve as an actor. Let's put
There
it
you
that
go.
way.
So if you're familiar, Robert Pattinson, of course, played Edward in the Twilight films. He was in Rover, the Australian film that I think we both really enjoyed him in. And he's continued, as you said, to evolve as an actor. And here he stars as Connie Nikas, him and his brother, played by one of the directors, actually, Ben Safdie. His brother Ben has some challenges. He's mentally handicapped, and the two of them are just kind of guys living on the streets trying to get by. They knock over a bank, and things go horribly, horribly wrong. Pattinson spends the rest of his night trying to come up with the $10,000, as you heard in that clip, in order to bail his brother out. And Matt, this is released from our favorite current studio, A24, who has been on quite a streak. Pattinson, I think personally, Matt, maybe delivers a career-defining performance. What did you think about Good Time? And is the film as good as Pattinson's performance?
Well, I mean, and I think the Pattinson's performance and the film itself, it's pretty much tied together. I mean, this is really, like you said, an acting showcase. Like, it happens. It's one of these implausible, so much happens over one night kind of thing that you kind of just go with it. It moves very quickly, but I think this film lives or dies on Pattinson's performance, and it's fantastic, as you said. So I think it's successful just because of that, if for nothing else. Yeah,
I think personally for me, the film is quite the journey. But in the end, the whole thing almost felt a little style over substance to me.
I agree with that.
So I don't know, maybe I was just exhausted from the experience of this film. It is a kind of paced breakneckedly, which I think is not really a proper or real term. But I think it has a compelling narrative, but it's still not, I don't know. The ending just left me unsatisfied, I guess is really what it comes down to. It does remind me it is reminiscent of that 70s kind of guerrilla style filmmaking when directors really had a lot of control of things. Has some striking visuals in it too, and I think personally a great electronic score. Though I think if I just hear synths, I'm all in. So maybe that's just I don't know. This is something I'm just a little too easy on. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. Have you seen, on a side note, have you seen that account that puts did you post that on our First Run page with the Wonder Years with the 80 cents?
I did.
Genius.
Yes. I tweeted that out. That was absolutely awesome. I rather enjoyed that.
Yeah. But as far as back to this film, I'm with you because this movie is so tense for so long, and there's so much happening, and like you kind of lose track of that. This is all happening in one night, and there's just so many different things that happen that when it kind of wraps up, it almost just seems like, oh, we ran out of. This is our whatever it was, 90 minutes or 120 minutes are up. So now we just have to end this thing, and that just it just ends. So you're right. I'm not as, I don't think they stuck the landing per se, but everything before that is very good.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to describe it. I think that actually perfectly nails my thoughts on the film as well. I don't know, but I think it's definitely something you should check out. I don't know if you really need to see it on the big screen, but I think it's quite an experience and something that you should see. As outside of its shortcomings, Matt, I still think it's something worth watching.
Yeah, definitely. This is, again, one of the type of movie that we preach. This is a smaller film. It's definitely not for everybody, but I think you should check it out. And I think there'll be something for everybody in this. You can find at least a piece of something that you like in all of this.
So what are the odds that Pattinson gets the nomination for this?
Right now, because we're not in awards season, I would say 50-50. We really have to see what comes out in the next few months, because there's going to be a lot of awards bait coming out very soon.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be Oldman and what's that Irish guy that everybody likes? Daniel Day-Lewis.
Is he Irish? Yeah, I don't know.
Welsh? English? I don't know. He's from the UK. He's pretty good. You should check him out. But it's going to be between the two of them, so we'll see how that all turns out. Any other thoughts you want to share on the good times? Was it a good time? If you want to be a hacked cliche critic.
Well, I don't know. This is not one of those films I would necessarily call a good time, but it's a riveting performance, and it does keep you engaged. So I would give it, I don't know, I'd give it a solid B, I think. I'm going to give it a B.
I think that's fair. I think I will go ahead and agree with you on the B. So good for you. I'm glad we were able to come to a consensus right before I lose everything.
Before you're not a true Floridian yet. I mean, Floridians don't even get out of bed unless it's a category 4. Now that it's down to a 3, everybody's like, oh, now I'm gonna go party. All my family
but it's gonna hit the it's gonna hit the warm water or the Gulf and pick up strength again. That's what we're all nervous about.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, since this may be the last time you hear from me, shoot us an email at feedback@thefirstrun.com. We'd love to hear your thoughts about Good Time. And Matt, let's go ahead and transition then. We can talk about what's coming up on Blu-ray and DVD this upcoming Tuesday.
For stuff that you'll never see. That's going to be the theme of the show.